Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. It's been a while, because I did some of that silly little Majora's Mask Wind Waker thing in between. When last we left, we had the sad death of Mordin Sulis, but the happy moment of the curing the Genophage. This episode we've got a couple of people to talk to in and around the Normandy. Before we're going to get on, what we've got to investigate is the Solarian Councillor has heard dodgy things about what Councillor Dina is up to, so we're going to go to the Citadel and deal with that at the end of the episode. But first off, let's start... First off, as I promised I would do to myself, we're cracking the difficulty up to hardcore. Gotta push myself a bit more. I'm gunning through everything a little too easily, quite frankly. Now, down here for once, Edie has actually moved briefly. She is here now in the AI core. We can have a little chat with her.
What are you up to now?
I'm uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Well, keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Very much so. I do like the idea, that the destroyer is small, because they're only 160 meters, but yeah, you only really see Sovereign up close with a scale point once, like right at the beginning of Mass Effect 1, when you're like, holy shit, that's massive. I suppose at the end of Mass Effect 1, when you're on the tower as well, when you see Sovereign's size. Anyway, let's talk to Chakwas as well.
I'm glad to see we have Garrus back. I wanted to help with his scars, but I think he actually likes them.
It is very much a recurring thing, is Garrus's scars. Next, let's head over to Liara.
Any sign of life?
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away.
Working on anything?
I'm helping decode some of the Crucible's designs, or trying to. Theoretical particle physics based on specialized base 12 mathematics aren't exactly my specialty. And Javik is his usual forthcoming self. I'd trade my last 100 years to resurrect even one Prothean scientist to help us. The Genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check? Or will this be the start of another Krogan empire? Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known. The Krogan won't let themselves fall by the wayside again. Not like they did after the rebellions. I hope the Krogan live up to their ancient legacy, and for the better.
Cool. With that, some views on the Krogan and how they'll react to the curing of the Genophage, let's head downstairs to the engineers.
Gabi, have you ever seen recordings of Liara's mother, Matriarch Benezia?
Yes? What about her?
And remember Samara, the Asari Justica?
Where are you going with this, Kenneth?
Have you noticed that older Asari women seem to be a bit more ample? Do you think they just keep growing?
Kenneth!
I think I'll spend my sunset days in an Asari retirement home.
If I don't kill you first.
Oh, God. Engineer, I can't remember his name. Kenneth. It's Kenneth's first time. Is it Donnelly? Yeah, he's a bit of a pervert, but mildly amusing too.
A lot of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Beckenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid. Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the Genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
So, this is a bit of an actual decision that makes a difference, just because you will get... Your war assets will change slightly based on which option you take here, so I'm going to go for...
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a Council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the Genophage cure. Anything more is between the Council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval.
So yeah, you'll notice now, War Asset Krogan Clan's updated. We get extra 5 or 10 readiness from them there, basically for supporting them. If you say, well, the Krogan will have to bloody behave this time or we'll do them in again, you actually lose some, so be a bit careful in that interview. Anyway, let's have a bit of a chat with Javik.
Commander?
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And a Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished. The weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientists' opinion, or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what, exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life.
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this and we'll both be set free.
If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them.
Let's hope it's the first of many.
In the meantime... Yes, a difficult fight remains. Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers.
So ignoring the fact that some of Javik's lines get fucked up, it's interesting to kind of remember when you're conversing with him that he was born centuries into the, maybe not centuries, but certainly decades, lifetimes into the extermination in his cycle. And it's like, yeah, you can understand why he wouldn't be, a scholar or something like that. He's a warrior because that's literally all he's ever known. Like, it's hard to, because we haven't really known that in a lifetime, it's hard to picture what it must be like to have entire generations born while everyone is at war. And yeah, you wouldn't have much time for stuff other than fighting, really. It's quite something. And it really does explain his outlook quite a lot, I think. We got access now following Tuchanka to a fair few things to buy. I'm going to buy them from here. It's more expensive, but I want them for the next mission. So I'm going to get Stability Dampener number 2 from Casa. Then I'm going to go to Cyprian Armory. That's the capital of Palaven, is Cyprian. Yeah, planets have capitals, I suppose. Why wouldn't they, I guess? I'm going to get some stuff from here. I'm going to get Sniper Rifle Spare Clip 4. Sniper Rifle Enhanced Scope 4. I'm going to at least try that one out one more time. And Assault Rifle Stability Damper 3. Yes, I am buying many Assault Rifle stability modifiers. that will become clear why that is either this episode or next episode. While I'm here, I'm actually going to make sure I remember to set this up. So I actually want to swap out the concentration mod for the enhanced scope. Lets you see through smoke, apparently. Can't say I've ever really noticed it much myself, but maybe number 4 you'll really notice it. Finally, let's talk to everyone's favourite James Vega.
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not going to start growing scales or anything, right? Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers. I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tuchanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong, it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it.
Right, with that, we've got one final thing to do before heading off, which is email reading. Isn't this game fun? Office Simulator! Space Edition! So here we've got, thank you from Jessica Frome. Commander Shepard, my name is Jessica Frome. You saved my life on Benin, but I've lost so many friends in all of this, but I find hope in the idea that their memory lives on in me. I know I'm just one woman, but I wanted you to know you're making a real difference. Alliance News Network article on Reapers. Feros. A group of colonists on Feros have mounted a defensive against arriving Reaper forces, holding them back long enough for civilians from nearby colonies to escape. The informal militia from Zeus Hope, said to be a survivor from a savage Geth attack several years ago, has repelled initial Reaper landing attempts with a level of wartime competence more common to seasoned platoons. The colony is using improvised weapons as well as supplies salvaged from a defunct exogeny facility. This colony is our home, colony spokesperson Elizabeth Bainham said. Remember her from Mass Effect 1? And briefly Mass Effect 2, I think. We've survived worse and we know how to fight together. The colony is expected to have time for full evacuation before more Reaper forces arrive. And on a similar note is Shiala, the Green Asari. Dear Commander Shepard, I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Zeus Hope are fighting again. This time it's the Reapers instead of the Geth. I'm not sure you remember me, but you helped me back on Ilium. The Thorian is dead now, I can confirm that. But the spores in our bodies remain, and on some level we're still connected. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other and act with one mind, ignoring pain when the need arises. I'm sure I'm still indoctrinated. I remember Sovereign's voice in my mind when I went willingly to the Thorian as its thrall. But my connection to the people of Zeus Hope is stronger. It drowns out the Reaper voices. The situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate for their own safety. But with one mind, the untrained fight with the skill of veteran commandos. Good one. That's from something. Oh, Ice Age, the Taekwondodos. I'm talking shit. Our force is strong. I've not forgotten how you helped us and how you spared me. We are leaving Feros soon, and when the time comes, we will fight with you. Shiala. From General Corinthus on Palaven, when you first arrived on Menai, I had a hard time seeing how you flying off with one of our best generals would benefit our fight against the Reapers. However, as I now watched Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, I must admit I am impressed. You've broken an alliance that many thought impossible. Palaven might be saved after all. This next one, horrifying subject line, making babies, from Erdnot Rex. Shepard, making babies will be fun. Soon as this war is over, let's just say I'll do my part to build our numbers back up. You really came through for us, I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Kelphic Valley, enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her, but too bad, I run the show. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot how to hold a gun. I do like Rex. And finally, from the Solarian Dalatras. Regrettable decision. Commander, I am deeply disappointed by your actions on Tuchanka. As I thought I made clear, curing the Genophage will have long-term consequences. Once the Reaper threat is past, our combined forces will be so depleted that no race in the galaxy will be capable of stopping a resurgent Krogan. Moreover, the Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge for the Genophage, and the Solarian Union will be among their first targets. When that day comes, Commander, the blood of my people will be on your hands. I am ashamed to learn that our own scientist sacrificed his life carrying out your orders. This is a dark day, not only for my people, but for all of galactic civilization. Oh, shut up, you whiny bastard. Right. We got the Zeus Hope colonists from Feros are our war asset now, and not a bad one, actually. We are done on Tuchanka, so it's time to head over to a new area that's kind of opened up now. So, there's actually a fair few areas we've now got access to, but we'll be spending some time in these two areas for now. The Atticon Beta, which is where Feros is, actually, and the Hades Gamma Cluster. So let's start at Atticon Beta. So here, some of these worlds were actually ones we landed on in Mass Effect 1, like Elitania. This one with space monkeys on it, if I remember correctly. And so I've kind of already read this read this back. If you care about reading this, go back to Mass Effect 1, where I talk about that one. I read some of the worlds that are interesting, but not when I've literally read them in at least one previous game. But that gets us a war asset, which is quite nice. Interferometric array, which sounds Sounds made up. There you go. Next, we go over from the Hercules system to the Theseus system. These obviously named after Greek heroes. And if we scan about here-ish, cool, we get both of them. So here is some fuel. I'm trying to pick up the fuel when I actually need it now, which is why there's actually another scan for us to do back in the Hercules system. And here, Pharos, the Exogeny Corporation, has founded a pilot colony on Pharos to explore the Prothean ruins that blanket 2/3 of the planet's landmass. Yes, we know all of that. But not only do we get the colonists from Pharos that we've already got, but also here, we can pick up some exogeny scientists, that's a gobful, who will help us in the war effort. Let's head back now to the Hercules system. And just somewhere down here, I believe, is a little bit of fuel as well to juice ourselves up. Wonderful. Right, let's head over now to the neighbouring system, which is the Hades Gamma Cluster. This is massive, and if you remember in Mass Effect 1, there were like 4 Geth outposts here, and then 1 like super Geth outpost, and bugger me every time. I know they're big ships, but fuck, that's loud. And we can basically go between all of these systems. Then there is a lot here. So let's start about here-ish. Yeah, there we go. Where there is some fuel, which brings us back up to 100. Wonderful. Then these are all the planets that have got something worthwhile in here are planets that we could scan in Mass Effect. We could land on in Mass Effect 1, like Trebin, for example, here. And they're all part of this kind of chasing down Geth outposts thing. I may have said Reaper outpost. I meant Geth. But that gets us 10,000 credits, which is not to be sniffled at. Next, oh, that's a lot of Reapers. Let's head over to... Ooh, that's... I always like the look of this one. That's actually their Crab Nebula in real life. They call it the Hades Gamma in this. But that's quite cool. Plutus. Here we've got... Down here is planet Nonuel, where we did... Oh, I can't remember which one was this. This was one of the ones that you needed like really high either Paragon or Renegade score to get. So it was either the Negotiation or... What was the Paragon one that I actually did called? Or maybe I'm just completely wrong. But yes, that's Nonuel. Nonuel. Both sound wrong. That gets us a couple of war assets too. Next, we go up to Dis, where we got 2 planets to scan. We've got Clensal here, which I'm pretty sure we landed on. Because I remember that story from this one about how Batarians basically faked the report about how rich the world was and tricked humans into going there and setting up a massive mining operation to realise it was just that it was all a hoax. But there's 10,000 quid there, and then there is also... Where's the other one here? There, so it should be right here-ish. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a Reaper. But that's a bit of juice, which I'll take. And in some of these bigger systems, you really actually have to do this, because as you can see, I'm travelling quite big distances across the Hades Gamma here, so it's actually it's good to find those bits of fuel to keep myself going. Otherwise, you have to keep going back to the core system and finding a fuel station. It's all a bit of a nightmare. Anyway, here in the Farinata system, there's 2 of interest here. There is... what was that called? Tunshagon. That's a brilliant sounding name. But yes, here we have got... If we scan here, we might get both. Yeah. Oh god, I'm glad I got both of them on, because I got a lot of Reaper attention. So we've got 200 units of juice, and then itself on planet Juntauma. Which is... Where are you at? Alliance Frigate Agincourt. That's a battle in British history. Bit of a rough one, because basically by that time we'd developed the longbow and the French hadn't, and it was a rough time for the French, I'll put it that way. But in this final one, the Caicus system, what a name, we want this planet here, which is Kohei. And that gets us a lot of credits. We've got a lot of cash at the moment, actually, which is pretty nice. Because there's also a load of shit now available for us to buy, so that's brilliant. And we want to start at Zamari, and then it's somewhere around here-ish. There we go, is the last one. That's triggered Reapers. But that gets us just enough juice, I hope, to make it back to the other system. Antaeus. And look at that, we got 100% over all 5 systems of the Hades Gamma. Wonderful. So, let's now head over to the Citadel, and meet with Valerne, the Solarian Counselor.
Alliance Control, this is SSV Normandy. Are we clear to descend? Alliance Control, this is Normandy. We're headed to Bay 1-4's Zakara Ward. Are we clear to descend? What the hell's going on down there? Even if there were a station malfunction, they'd have backups online. I got a bad feeling here. Checking emergency channels. Hey, yeah, this is Joker. Uh-huh. Yeah, no kidding. Commander, there's a communication from Thane. He says it's important. I think you'll want to hear this.
Put him through.
Shepard, the Citadel is under attack. Cerberus troops are everywhere and they're in control of the docks.
Are you safe?
No, I had to evade their commandos at the hospital. I'm in a Presidium storefront.
Did Ashley make it out?
We got separated. She said she had to protect the Council. I'm going to CSEC headquarters.
Why CSEC headquarters?
It's been compromised, and CSEC's response depends on it. As long as Cerberus is holding the headquarters, they have the station.
Alright, Joker. Get us away from the docks and close to CSEC HQ. We'll deploy in the shuttle.
Aye, aye, Commander.
So, everything not as it seems on the Citadel exactly. So I'm going to take a cautious squad for me. I'm going to take Garrus and Edie along. So you notice I've switched to some sweet green and black armor. Green and silver. I was going for a kind of Necron look. Don't know if it paid off or not. Everyone's prepared like I want. I am going to give Edie the Scorpion. Basically, the AI are actually quite good with the Scorpion. They can actually take advantage of the weird, like, delayed shots it shoots. I've never been able to figure that out, but they can do it quite well. We've got the Death Mask on as well now, which I think it just gives you extra health or shield or something like that, but it may activate a really fucking funny glitch, which I shouldn't laugh at because it could actually take some of the serious moments away from the game, but I just want to show it off this once if it's going to work. Believe me, you'll immediately know if it worked. Let's give her Unshackled AI, and we'll say Tech Damage Increase. And this is a really nice one. Increase squad mate tech power, damage, and duration, which helps me as an Infiltrator Shepard out really well. Nothing to do on Garrus, so let's land. Oh, the glitch I was talking about has absolutely worked. So, for whatever reason, never fully figured out why, but the... Actually, no, I don't want that on. Usual words, Doctor. The thing that the game has where it can, like, remove Shepard's helmets during cutscenes does not work particularly well with the Death Mask. And as such, Shepard's eyes, well, pay attention to them is all I'll say. Oh, of course, damn it, I haven't got the time dilation on this because I've got the bloody thing on instead. Ooh, that was interesting. Oh, did I blow up I did the thing. Basically, if you hit someone with, like, set them on fire and then do another power, you'll make an explosion, which is often really nice. And I was expecting to have, what's it called on this? Time dilation, which I haven't got because I've got the smoke-looky filter instead, just because there's a real good chance you have on this of, like, these guys, these Cerberus guys, fucking love throwing bloody shitey things. Okay, does that actually work through the smoke? Unclear. But yeah, so I thought I'd give it one more try. Maybe I'm seeing him better than I would be otherwise without this weapon. I don't know. Dubious, but there we go. Right, let's kill these guys. You notice, yeah, combat will be a bit tougher for me now that I have cranked up the difficulty a bit. I think there's a couple over here. Actually, no sign of them necessarily. Interesting. Oh, that sounds like there's one over there. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. And you're going to hate me for this, because we're going to hold the episode there. Because there's a big cutscene next, we ain't got time for it. So, next episode, we're really going to be finding out more about what Cerberus are doing here. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.